Hey guys, Mary here. Today I want to tell you about Christmas in Palestine, or the Palestinian Territories, sorry. Christmas is very important in the Palestinian Territories of the West Bank as it contains Bethlehem, the town in which Jesus was born. Bethlehem is about 6 miles, 10 kilometers south of Jerusalem. Bethlehem means house of bread, and back in history was famous for growing wheat, which was made into bread. Only about 20% of Palestinians are Christian. Many Muslim Palestinians are also proud that Jesus was born in the Palestinian Territory. On Christmas Eve, there is a parade through the town. This is very important to the Christian part of the population. There are bagpipe bands in the parade, which you might not expect. Playing the bagpipe is a tradition left over from when the British Army occupied the area between 1920 and 1948. So that's the perfect timing for the end of World War I to the end of World War II, basically, it seems like. People also dress up as Santa Claus and give out sweets. The streets and main squares are decorated with lights. I'm sorry, I think they're plowing outside, if you can hear that. Because we have had snow falling for the past 4 days straight. There was breaks in between, but it's just been coming down every day. But anyway, perhaps the most famous part of Christmas in Bethlehem is the church service of the Mass of the Nativity. It is held on Christmas Eve afternoon, evening, midnight, in the Church of the Nativity. The church is built over the place where it's traditionally thought that Jesus was born. There's a small door into the church called the Door of Humility. The church was built by the Romans about 500 years after Jesus was born. So figure he died about 32. That would make it about 478 years after his death. He actually died at 32 because it's guessing between 32 and 35. So it's 475 to 478 years after his death. The most holy part of the church is the grotto of the Nativity, which is under the main altar. A silver star marks the place where Jesus was meant to have been born. It has been prophesied in the Bible that the Jewish Messiah or Savior, who Christians believe Jesus is, will be born in Bethlehem, which is true. I do know that for a fact. The church is administered by 3 churches: the Roman Catholic Church, the Greek Orthodox Church, and the Armenian Episcopal Church. That one's hard for me to say for some reason. Episcopal and Angelican sometimes just don't want to come out. The Mass service is led by the Roman Catholic Bishop of Jerusalem. Many local political people go to the service: Christians, Muslims, and Jews. The church is crowded with lots of frankincense when the gifts brought to baby Jesus is burnt. So the gifts brought to baby Jesus are frankincense, myrrh, gold, and each one has a different property. So, if I remember correctly, when we're rechecking, frankincense is the one that is burned. I know this too, and it's going to drive me to drink. Frankincense is burnt. Okay, yeah. To worship, but yeah, simply used to worship. That's what I thought. Gold associated with the kings, and so wealth. Frankincense is used for the worship, and myrrh is a perfume that is put on a dead body to make them smell nice and show that Jesus would suffer and die in this case. So, each one has a different meaning. So Jesus, King, for gold, show people. Frankincense would be show people would worship Jesus, being the Son of God, and show Jesus suffer and die on the cross. So, essentially, it's for some weird reason, like, lines up perfectly with the story. But continuing. People also sing Christmas carols on Christmas Eve evening in Manger Square, a large paved courtyard in front of the church. The Greek Orthodox and the Armenian Apostolic Church don't celebrate Christmas on December 5th, but rather on January 6th and 7th. They hold services those days. Greek Orthodox January 6th because the Epiphany, and the Episcopal is January 7th because I believe they go by the Julian calendar, if I remember correctly. So, yes. That was probably a lot taken. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love ya. What am I doing? See ya. Bye.